everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Yolanda Hayes and I am a realtor in the Triad area. I know I haven't posted anything in the last week or so because I just had a birthday. I know I posted a video right after this one that I went to Cancun, and I am back to work now. So again, I did not go to Cancun for my birthday. I just literally celebrated my birthday this past weekend. And now I am back to work. So for the last week, I have been playing catch up and just getting everybody back, getting myself back on track with all my clients and getting everything caught back up, reaching out to everybody that I needed to reach out to while I was gone. So this is why I love YouTube. I really love YouTube because if something occurs and I need to hurry up and jump online, like while things are going on and happening through transactions, this is a learning experience or something that I want to take the opportunity to definitely prepare buyers and sellers for. So right now I'm in the process of dealing with a seller that now I'm representing the buyer. Okay, so right now I'm in the process, my client is in the due diligence period. So to go over and recap what a due diligence period is, that is the period of time that you and the seller negotiate, you as the buyer negotiate for you to do all your homework and investigation on the property. So right now I have a buyer that's still within their due diligence period of time. This is supposed to allow you to do everything you can, have full access to the property. Well, I randomly get an email out of the blue. It was out of the blue, but I missed the part. What happened was my client went ahead and got their home inspection done last week. So I'm back in town at this point. So the home inspection was done, and there was a part of the home that was being blocked with furniture. So again, in the due diligence period, the actual buyer is to get 100% access to the property. So there was a section of the home that is being blocked off, not allowing the home inspector to get in there to do his inspection. And it's right by the furnace. So the home inspector was so kind enough to say, look, have the seller move the stuff and I'll come back. Typically, they do charge you for a revisit. But this one didn't, thank God. This particular home inspector was so nice and he's like, I'll just come back on Friday. Great. So what I did was let the seller's agent know, like, hey, your client has this whole area full. I sent pictures and everything. This whole area is full of furniture and the home inspector cannot get through there. Are you able to go ahead and let them know that the home inspector will be returning in a few days, and can they go ahead and get the stuff moved so that area can be inspected? Well, the few days later, we went back out to the property for the second inspection, and guess what? The seller had not moved any furniture. So not allowing the buyer to get full access to the home. You're preventing the buyer from finding out what's going on behind that wall. So the inspector let us know they have these meters that they use. This is why you do need to get a home inspection, buyers. This is definitely why you do need to get a home inspector, because they do use these different meters to let you know whether something's hot, cold, dry, or moist, or anything to that nature. So his moisture reader was reading about a 90%, saying that this area had a lot of moisture. Now, where's the water coming from? Where's the moisture coming from? We don't know because we can't get back there. So this is what happened. I then reached back out to the seller's agent and say, hey, we're back out at the property and none of the furniture is moved and we can't get back there. So then I say, we need to extend the due diligence period. Is that not right? Okay, I've been in business, like I said, 12 years I've been in business. We do need to extend the due diligence period longer because your client is preventing, okay? Your client is preventing my client from being able to have full access and find out what's going on back behind the furnace. So I randomly just yesterday, I'm just, relaxing on Sunday, recovering, y'all. We really turned up at my party on Saturday. That's one thing I can say. I might have to, that might be a second, second, third, fourth different, kind of job doing a party planning or something like that. Because I be throwing some really good parties. But I was recuperating and recovering on Sunday morning, and I got an alert on my phone, and it basically, in a nutshell, said the seller is not making any repairs. He's put his foot down. He is not extending the due diligence period, and so on and so on and so on. And, I honestly, I don't know if this agent is new. I don't know. I clearly know from day one, just from the conversation, I clearly know I have been in business longer than the seller's agent. Because just things that have transpired throughout this process, I know that I'm more experienced than her. So I immediately let her know in a nice way that your client will then be in breach of contract. So per contract, the seller is to allow full access to the property. So you not granting an extension when you are at fault of not allowing my client to have full access to the property, I have to, as the realtor that is protecting my client, I have to advise my client to walk away from this house. Yes, your client is in breach of contract. So that then turned into, okay, well, I'll talk to the seller and get him to extend it out a few days. I bet you will. Sellers, please make sure that you go ahead and make sure that the buyer has full access. If you have something that is blocking an area that cannot be inspected during the due diligence period, that's what the whole due diligence period is for investigation. So if you have a boatload, get a storage unit. If you know that you're moving and you have a lot of stuff in your house, please get a storage unit and move some. Do not use the garage as your storage unit, because guess what? The inspector needs to inspect the garage. The inspector needs to inspect any area, every inch of that house. So if you have a whole bunch of boxes and a whole bunch of stuff in the garage or in the basement area, the inspector has to go ahead and see if there's water damage, if there's moisture damage, or anything going on. They also have to check for pests. If anyone knows anything about termite inspections, termites tend to be at the very bottom around the base part of a garage, okay? Because especially if you're on a slab. If the house was built on a slab, they have to definitely check for termites and check to see if there's any termite damage. Now, if there's boxes and furniture and stuff blocking them from being able to see moisture or a wet basement that, you're clearly trying you're trying to cover because you already know that there's an issue, you're not allowing full access. Therefore, you are in breach of the contract. So I wanted to go ahead and do this quick video to let sellers know that when you decide to go ahead and put your home on the market, please think about the buyer. Your agent, definitely call me. If you want your house listed, I am going to educate you as well. Just as much as I educate buyers, I have to educate sellers, okay? You have to have an agent that is going to let you know exactly what you have to do to get the different stages, getting your house ready for the market, period. And once it goes under contract, what you are supposed to do. As the seller, you are in a legally binding contract, and you can also be sued by the buyer if you are not careful. Make sure that you are allowing full access to that house. In order for someone to have full access, it cannot be boxes and furniture stacked up on top of each other, or anything blocking like an HVAC system or blocking a furnace that clearly has to be investigated by the home inspector. So this quick video is just to definitely educate sellers, okay? This is to educate sellers on how to prepare their house for a home inspection that is a third-party company with the actual for the buyer during the due diligence period. So it's not just one-sided that the buyer has to do X, Y, and Z. You as the seller also have to prepare your home in order for the buyer to do X, Y, and Z. So I hope this information helps you guys, and I look forward to hearing any comments down below. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I do post a lot on Instagram under Sold by Yolanda _realtor. So I will see you guys. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. And again, I am loving posting on YouTube now. So by following, or as far as my subscribers have grown so much in just the last couple of months, I am amazed. So thank you guys so much for following my channel. I hope that the information that I'm giving is useful and helpful, because I am a direct agent, and I don't really like to sugarcoat things. I'm very honest and direct, but I get it done. If you look at all of I have 5-star reviews. I have a 4.9 out of 5 stars on Facebook. I get 5-star reviews all the time. So if I was a bad agent, would I be doing as much business? Think about that. Would I be getting 5-star reviews? No, because my clients, I get it. I do what I need to do, get them in their home, sell their home if I'm working for a seller, and I make sure they are happy at the end of the day. So make sure you guys subscribe. If you're looking for a realtor, please make sure you give me a call. If you are someone that is trying to be an agent, so that's another thing. I definitely have people reaching out to me for me to mentor them. Definitely make sure you email me though at soldbyolanda.com and let me know your situation if you're in the Triad area. But other than that, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.